Daniel Boone versus a raccoon. Young trapper teaches old trapper new tricks.
We're going to work, baby. It's Virginia, it's trapping season. Here we go. You know, it's kind of an eerie feeling. You're putting chills up your spine.
All right, man.
Yeah. This is our very first otter.
We got raccoons, we got otters, we got coyotes. What is the craziest animal you've ever trapped? I'm Taylor Drury, and this is another throwback edition of DOD TV. This segment of DOD TV is brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Way back in the day, Eric Hale and Chris Ward produced a ton of content for the Drury Outdoors DVDs. And these two had a lot of tricks up their sleeves when it came to trapping. Get to trapping, y'all.
It's another trapping season. We took the year off before, we're back at it. And we just rolled out of the state of Illinois. We had a lot of fun in the snow with some of our good friends there at Hadley Creek Outfitters. We're gonna speed things up. We're going to work, baby. It's Virginia, it's trapping season. Here we go. First morning, going in to check our traps, and we caught something we wasn't expecting. We've caught the masked bandit, the raccoon. Not really a predator in mine and Eric's eyes. You know, this is one of the nice things about the way we trap is this is not a target species or target animal, so we're gonna let him go, and he's gonna be no worse for the wear, so. Calm down, little buddy, I'm here to help you. Hey, quit that. Look at it, he's tough. You're letting the 5-pound raccoon get the best of you, aren't you? Now what am I gonna do? We get the little guy out of the trap, he scurries up the hill, and you know, no big deal, we let him go. But let me tell you something, that's actually the best of what happened to us the next few weeks. Basically, zero, nada, nothing. And you know, after a while, we were getting pretty frustrated and thinking, man, are we gonna hang this up? Dude, have you lost your absolute mind? I'm a real trapper now. Let me see. We ready to go? Check his trap? I hope nobody saw me. Do you have any idea how crazy my partner is and what I've gotten stuck with? He's nuts. You got everything? Let's go. Waiting on you. I'm a trapper. So thus far this year, trapping for Chris and I has been an absolute train wreck. We have one raccoon to our catch. Well, little do we know, with all the bad luck we were having, by us doing a favor for a friend, things were about to turn around. We made a new friend one day at a school presentation that we were putting on for Drury Outdoors, Hunter Milgram. And I tell you what, we knew within an instant this guy was on the same page we were, and we decided we were gonna start trapping with him. Well, Eric and I have been trapping for, you know, several seasons now, but we had no idea that this young man was gonna teach these two old dogs a few new tricks. Here we go. It's our first week of trapping. We're going out to check some new traps. We've got Hunter with us. It's been a little slow this far. Maybe today's the day. Well, we've been checking traps all morning. Don't have anything yet, but we set them on 3 or 4 different farms. And we've also got a couple of water traps, so we're heading to the last farm. Hopefully we'll have something this morning. If not, we got plenty of time. We're in this old fallow field. It's grown up cedars all throughout it, and there's an old roadbed. And Hunter set this set just off the old roadbed, just like we have in the past. And sure enough, got our first coyote of the year. We got him. First coyote of the year right here, baby. What an awesome catch, what an awesome coyote. But you know, we were sitting there filming him, we were walking up to him, and he starts howling. And you hear him at night, and you know, it's kind of an eerie feeling. But let me tell you something, be 30 yards from one when it's doing it. It'll put chills up your spine. It should make it good for tomorrow morning because of the cat shark on the scent and stuff. Do you need to kneel down or are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
All right, man, let's go get this thing out and get this trap set reset. Good job. You know, this was the perfect example of going in an old fallow field with an old roadbed through a big cedar thicket, and Hunter going over to the side of it, putting a big mound of grass out. It's pretty similar to us using a hole like a mouse hole, and he made that coyote step exactly where he wanted to. It's our first coyote, and hopefully now things are just gonna start rolling.
Well, there you go. We're rocking and rolling. Hunter's teaching these old dogs some new tricks. We've got one in a bag, and the season just keeps on going. Well, it's been a good day so far. We've got one farm left, and it's just water traps. We've got a couple of water traps set, which is new for me and Eric, so hopefully we got something there.
Yeah, I'm excited to go checking.
Well, Hunter's got permission to trap on this particular farm, and it's got this beautiful creek running right through the middle of it. And he found these river otters living in this particular area of that creek about 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, Hunter has honed his skills a little bit on exactly where he wanted to put his traps. He's got almost 1.5 years of actual time invested in trying to catch one of these river otters. And I tell you what, we're pretty excited. We've been checking some tracks the last couple of days. He hasn't got one. Hopefully today's the day.
This is our water sets. Eric and I, this is the first year we've ever done any water sets. And we're kind of new to this. And Hunter, the other day, we was in here setting them, and he had to completely explain this to us because we didn't know anything about it, but I'd like to catch something.
There he is.
What is an otter?
Big otter. Check
All
it
right,
out.
man.
Yes.
An otter. That's like the holy grail of water trapping.
Wow, let's go get him.
Unbelievable. The first week that Hunter's tried of the 2008 season to catch a river otter, and he's got one. All that hard work has finally paid off for him.
I've worked hard for this one.
In Virginia, the two hardest things, in our opinion, to catch are otters and bobcats. And this is our very first otter. It's our 3rd year trapping, and that's our first otter. And Hunter's been actually after this otter, or there's a couple right here in this area for what, 2 or 3 years now?
2 years I've been trying to trap these otters right here. Last year I just never had no luck with him, but this year it paid off. Patience always helps.
Now that's a pretty sight. Talk about an awesome day. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go.
We know it was a lot of fun learning something outside the box with water trapping. Hunter went out, he set a goal for himself. I mean, this kid's 16 years old. He set out to catch a river otter. He'd never done it, and he did it. And it was an absolute awesome, big 27-pound male. And you know, it's something he'll have in his trophy room for the rest of his life.
Well, because the weather's been just so unpredictable this season, Hunter decided for the next couple of weeks we were just going to use snares. Well, you saw it on Predator Madness 3. You know, Corey and Louie had a ton of luck with those snares. We've personally never tried it, and we just set a ton out. And, you know, even if it rains, it freezes, whatever, snows, you don't have to go and mess with them.
Well, we're getting ready to start checking his line. He's got about, what, 24 out right now?
Around that.
Let's go check him. All right. Yeah, man, got a coyote in a snare. First one for us. Well, you know, when we started trapping again this year, we were really lucky. We've started off great. You've got a coyote to trap. You've got a giant otter, which was really cool. Now we're snaring, which is something totally new to Chris and I. And Hunter's teaching us the whole way. Got a great dog this morning. I tell you what, man, it's awesome. It's going great.
Well, here it is, a few days later. Different farm, same scenario. We've got this huge fence line running and just a couple of different holes throughout the bottom of the fence with our snares. Using these snares is something new for us. You know, it's just a great way to continue your trapping season, and you don't have to have a lot of money or a lot of time.
Well, sure enough, we pull up, Chris and Hunter get up there to the first snare in the fence line, and bam, we've got a coyote.
All right, man. I think it's a dog. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Look at that silver. Look at that silver stripe going down through his back.
We're picking up speed. We're checking some more snares. Down the same fence line, we've got an absolute giant bobcat.
This is unbelievable, Hunter. We're not 100 yards down this fence from where we caught this coyote. Well, here we sit, another successful day. We've got a bobcat and a coyote within 100 yards of each other. I tell you, it's one of these situations you'll learn as a trapper. You've always got to fight the weather. It seems it's always against you, but you got to learn how to adapt. Good job, man. Great job.
Trapping season thus far has been absolutely awesome. It was a great move on our part because we changed our luck. We hooked up with Hunter.
It's getting toward the end of the season. We're hoping we can just catch one more.
Well, sure enough, we go to the last farm that we're trapping with Hunter this year, and it was a nasty day, 40-mile-an-hour winds. The night before, however, was great in the fact that we had a huge high-pressure system pushing in, that we knew that the predators should have been up on their feet, and sure enough, when we got to the farm, they had moved.
All right, brother, we got a double. Yeah. Our first double of the year. Look down there. They're not 30 yards from each other. We're gonna go ahead and dispatch these coyotes. As you can see, they're 30 yards apart from each other. Hunter's gonna go ahead and take care of it, but we're gonna do this before we get blown away. It's crazy windy right now. All right, Hunter, let's go get them, buddy.
Let's go get them.
Good job. Well, what a way to finish up our 08 season. You know, we hooked up with the young man Hunter, and you know, he taught us some stuff that we didn't know. He taught us about water traps, about snares, and obviously he's fairly successful at what he does.
We ended up with 6 coyotes, a bobcat, and an absolute giant river otter. And I tell you what, he put the ultimate of all ultimate exclamation points on an awesome season, and who knows what the next year will hold.
Excellent info there, guys. I've never seen otter trapping before, so that was pretty cool to watch. I know I learned a lot, and I hope you did as well. Make sure to subscribe to this official Drury Outdoors YouTube channel and comment below some of your best trapping tactics. I promise I'll read them, I'll study them, and I'll put it to work. Thank you for watching this episode of DoD TV, Throwback Edition. This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature.